What? What is this? Pathetic. She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love. Pathetic. The only one who can love this woman is the good Lord above, proud and pathetic. She will never change, she will always stay the same. Pathetic and insane. Pathetic. Very scary, you don't carry.
Damn, I'm jelly.
Pathetic.
Hello, little gherkins. Beatus Bethany is clearly desperate for YouTube shekels because she is rapid-fire uploading shit content. We're going to recap the 3 most recent, but I have a feeling she'll have already uploaded several more by the time I'm done editing. So, we left off with her admission that she has diabetes for nothing more than views, and what she still ate knowing she's in dire health. Now let's get into what she's uploaded since starting her new healthy life.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Bismillah. This is my dinner I made. I've been fasting for 14 hours. I did a weigh-in, so I'll insert that here. Okay, so I'm gonna weigh myself. And for the weird haters, the scale is very basic. There's nothing on it where I can mess with. That button is for kg or pounds, the battery, and that's about it. So yalla, I have not eaten yet today. I am fasting about 14 hours now. So, yeah, let's go. All right, time to turn it on. 0. I have my abaya. What does it say? Okay, 164.5 kg.
This bitch really thinks we are stupid. She has a mass of fat literally down to her knees that weighs 25 pounds on its own. Based on the measurements of that one-size-fits-all apron she bought that didn't fit, she has a bigger circumference than 61 inches. But she wants us to believe she weighs less now than she did in Canada? Absolutely not. I'll never believe a Chantal weigh-in unless it's at the doctor, with no jump cuts on their scale. That scale maxes out at 180 kilograms, meaning she has likely broken the sensors and mechanisms inside the scale, which is giving her inaccurate readings. But regardless of any of that, we have eyes. The left is you in 2020 at a self-admitted 399 pounds, which was on a scale that maxed at 400 pounds, by the way. The right is in Thailand. You want us to believe you weigh 35 pounds less in the picture on the right than you did on the left. Okay, Goral, keep lying to yourself.
So yeah, that's what I weigh. Like I said, I've been fasting for about 14 hours. So, oh, I also took my blood sugar reading, so I'll insert that here. So this is my fasted blood sugar for today. The time on the monitor is wrong. It's not 8:09 p.m. I'm gonna have to definitely change that somehow. So yeah, that's a fasted blood sugar reading and a fasted weigh-in.
She keeps saying she's fasting repeatedly. I would love to hear her explanation of fasting because literally nobody thinks you're awake and not eating for 14 hours. Just say that's the readings after you woke up.
And this is my dinner. Probably all I'm gonna eat for the day, because I have to like lower everything very drastically, very quickly, because yeah, you guys know if you watched my videos yesterday. Honestly, it's made me a little bit even scared to eat, if I'm being quite honest. It's weird.
Yeah, we totally believe that after 5 years of horrible blood sugar readings, you're all of a sudden scared into not eating. Be fucking for real, Chantal. Chantal, chew your food. Not only are you going to choke, you've repeatedly talked about your digestive issues, and chewing your food more helps with digestion. These bites are so insane. Huge chunk of chicken breast that she barely chews before she's shoving the next bite in her mouth, all while her eyes are darting all over the plate to see what she's going to shove in next.
So, purpose of this is not really just mukbang, it's just also just to talk to you while I'm eating dinner.
Yes, a way to talk to us while saying absolutely nothing of substance. We appreciate it.
I'll probably be eating a lot of stuff like this. Some kind of OMAD.
You would think if someone was so scared to eat because of their blood sugar readings, they would take time to do absolutely any research before jumping into a certain diet. In about 30 seconds, I found that OMAD is not ideal for people with diabetes or digestive issues. It can increase your blood pressure and cholesterol, can cause your blood sugar to spike, and fasting in general can cause blood sugar crashes in people with type 2 diabetes. Wow, Chantal. Wouldn't it be easier to just go to the damn doctor and follow exactly what they say?
I like the skin on the kiwi.
Do people eat the skin on kiwi? Am I just weird? Because there's no way you could get me to chew that furry exterior.
So I'm probably going to eat like very low carb, no processed carbs at all, no sugary drinks, just water, plain tea, maybe an Americano if I want to drink, but no sugar until, you know, I want to get everything under control. These are really ripe.
I'm not mad at this plan. Low carb, great. Stay away from processed foods, great. No sugar, more water, great. But does she know fruit has both carbs and fructose? It doesn't mean you can't eat fruit if you're diabetic, but it can increase your blood sugar, so it's important to count those carbs and balance it with your diet, which we know she won't do.
So I want to do intermittent fasting. I want to give my body time to, you know, deplete some of the, is it glycogen stores?
Tell me you're getting your medical advice from TikTok without telling me. This is going to turn out amazing.
I used to hate on keto. You know what it is? It's the dirty keto, you know? But I understand the idea of eating low carb if you're diabetic, you know?
We're literally double fisting utensils for optimal shoveling while complaining about dirty keto. I can't.
So I'm thinking of meals, very simple, but nutritious. That's the whole point, you know, especially of like OMAD. And if I really need to eat something, again, something nutritious, high in protein, low in sugar, maybe like tuna or a piece of cheese, a drumstick, something like that.
Why would you even allow yourself to have cheese as an option when it's by far the thing you crave and binge on the most? I don't know. Sounds like a recipe for disaster to me.
Remember that old saying? Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Let's scratch that and say, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. Because just because you're skinny does not mean that you're healthy.
Okay. And what's your point? You have sleep apnea, an enlarged liver, enlarged heart, high blood pressure, no gallbladder, no uterus or cervix, inflamed intestines and diabetes, and it's directly related to your weight and eating habits. What does that have to do with a skinny person's health?
I was really depressed earlier. I was like, never gonna get to eat pizza. I know you're thinking you shouldn't restrict yourself that much, but right now I have to. Like, I can't even have things in moderation because it's not just about weight loss anymore, it's about health. And I can't eat things that will spike my blood sugar because, like, I'm literally on the verge of like literal health crisis. So I really need to be very diligent, even if it's something that depresses me, even if it's something that almost kills me, because in reality it won't. It's actually good for me, and I just have to keep telling myself that. It's just something that has to happen. There's no way around it. And it can be very depressing at first, because when food is like, when you use food to cope with things and you take that away, you have to find whole new ways to cope. And I should really just be like turning to Allah and to prayer and everything. So I'm gonna try to do that and just have faith in God, have faith in myself, have faith in this plan.
I'm not knocking anybody's choice to turn to religion to help them through difficult times, but I cannot stress enough that she needs therapy. Starting a diet can be hard and can really test your willpower. But if your issues are so deeply rooted that you're depressed and sitting around thinking about all the foods you'll never eat again, you need therapy. You don't replace coping mechanisms with more coping mechanisms. You seek therapy to dig into your root issues. If all she's doing is throwing up a Hail Mary that Ayla and Omad are going to change her entire life, she's failed before she started. Anyway, she goes on to say that she's staying on track by thinking of the future, and that if she doesn't change her life, she won't have a future. Which I agree with. However, one of two things are going to happen here. She's going to give up in a couple of days and walk back the diabetes diagnosis to save face, or if she somehow does manage to stay on track this time, the minute she has decent blood sugar readings, she'll go back to her old ways. That's the cycle. Moving on to the video of her walking, this will be quick, because without the B-roll, there's not much walking being done.
Alright guys, we're here at the beach together, getting ready for a walk. So yeah, I'm just gonna go as far as I can, just, nothing too strenuous at first, just getting in some fresh air, getting the blood going. So yalla. Alright. Very windy. Apologize about that. It's empty. So winter season in Kuwait is very rainy. Goes down below 20 at night. But I love it. Perfect for me. So far so good. I'm not too out of breath yet, more than usual. I like that these parks and beaches have bathroom public washrooms. Can hear the waves here.
No, Chantal, we cannot hear the waves. We can only hear you wheezing. We're what, 20 yards in if that, and we're taking a breathing break? Listen, yes, she walked, cool, but she didn't push herself at all. By the end of this, I'm assuming she walked less than a quarter of a mile. She can walk more than that. She doesn't want to. This is for show, nothing more.
I'm gonna do some deep breathing here. I love it. Just walking slow. Taking my time. Do you guys go for walks after dinner? You're around your block? How long do you go for? What did you start at?
I can't stand her attempts to talk to her audience. The pointless questions like this just show she has no idea how the general population operates.
Alright, I'm gonna walk on this little walkway of looks like railroad track, but pretty cool. Have my water, enjoying my time, trying to build stamina. So I did a tour. I'm just gonna take a little small water break and just enjoy the weather here.
She's having trouble even putting one foot in front of the other. She is in absolutely horrible condition, but she did this to herself and is refusing to get professional help.
I'm gonna keep walking. Took like a 3-minute break. Pet a cat. Thank you.
Why are they driving to the beach? She lives at the damn beach. Why does her seat still have the plastic on it? Why doesn't she just go to the gym that is literally in her apartment complex? None of this makes sense, and just reiterates that this isn't about her health, it's about content. Moving on to the final mukbang video.
Alright, so this is my fasting blood sugar for today. That's the wrong time on the monitor. I'm gonna fix it now, actually, if I can figure it out. So yeah, higher than yesterday a bit, which is weird.
Yeah, so weird. I mean, maybe because you're doing diets you shouldn't be doing with diabetes. But definitely continue what you're doing and definitely don't seek professional help for these insanely dangerous blood sugar levels.
So today I have some diet food. It's food from a diet center. This is low carb, from their low carb keto menu. I'm going to explain everything that I got. So I have a salad, fattoush with soybeans and feta. Now I have a cream of chicken soup. This is low carb kushari mix with butter chicken, cauliflower rice with fried onion. And then for dessert, keto velvet cheesecake. So it uses sweeteners.
Why on earth would she eat a 4-course meal? Why couldn't she make this meal at home? She needs to be up and moving, even if that's just cooking her own food. And why the fuck would she eat a cheesecake whether it has artificial sweetener or not? Your fasting blood sugar is almost 300 for fuck's sake.
Very small portion. I'm going to see how this affects my blood sugar. If it raises it too much, well, then I know.
That is a normal portion. Just because you're used to eating half of a 9x13 in one sitting does not mean this one is small. But sure, let's play Russian roulette with our blood sugar when it's already in critical levels. Sounds like a great idea.
Now, I don't really eat out as much as I used to. This is a long time ordering. I haven't ordered in a while. But this meal is pretty much free because we have a lot of points, so.
Sitting here talking like she's been on this diet for a month. You ordered out within the last week with your Persian kebab and casserole dish of rice.
It's going to be less messy to just drink it.
Or maybe just slow the fuck down.
You saw my blood sugar reading. I don't know why it's so high. Maybe stress, I don't know. It does take time for it to go down, I know. That meal last night that I did my mukbang, I'm pretty sure it raised my blood pressure because after it started, I started digesting the food. I felt like my heart beating. I was extremely thirsty. I had a headache. Flushed.
Goral, those can also be symptoms of diabetic ketoacidosis. She's going to keep Dr. Googling this shit until she's unconscious next to her mukbang table.
So my issue is also not only blood sugar, but also high blood pressure. So my meal had a lot of sodium. Despite, halloumi is very salty. Olives are salty. The chicken breast is frozen, so maybe it's pre-seasoned. I don't know. It's plain, but...
So a few olives and a slice of cheese made you have those symptoms, but you never experienced that when eating an entire jar of olives while slurping up a soup bowl of melted cheese to wash down 2 burgers, a large fry, and a Pepsi? Well, that's really convenient.
I have to limit the cheese and olives because cheese is very... And not just that, I don't have a gallbladder. I don't digest things that are high in fat well.
Why is she acting like all of these health issues and dietary needs are new? Goral, you haven't had a gallbladder for years and haven't cared one bit.
I'm filming my dinner because I don't have a lot going on today.
As opposed to your normally extremely busy and fulfilled life, where you don't film yourself eating dinner alone.
I'm trying to avoid going on meds because I was on metformin at one time because I had a hormonal imbalance and I was overweight, so I thought I must be insulin resistant, and they put me on metformin and I cannot handle it. It makes me so sick. I'm just one of those, I can't tolerate it. Like, so like, give it time. I was on it for a little while. Ugh, just even the thought of taking the pills makes me ill.
Listen, I'm no doctor, and I have zero idea about metformin or any other medication for diabetes. However, the option is not metformin or do it yourself. Communication with your doctor about your symptoms and the right medication for you would be the first step any normal person would take. Is it possible to get an anti-nausea medication with metformin? I don't know, but I guarantee she doesn't know either because she'd rather just wing it and listen to internet doctors.
And I was watching a video by Dr. Berg, and he said that certain diabetic medications actually increase the risk of cardiovascular disease by like, it was like 60%. So you're treating one thing, but you're causing another problem.
So, I went and checked, and she did not link this video in either her pinned comments or description. However, I'm assuming she's talking about Dr. Eric Berg, DC, a chiropractor, not a medical doctor. He's a Scientologist who makes lots of videos that just so happen to be exact things Chantal has mentioned lately, such as glycogen storage. Our girl is really out here trying to cure her diabetes, taking advice from YouTube shorts made by a chiropractor.
I'm just really trying to avoid medication, but if I do need it, I will go on it. Alright, eating's over. Kind of depressing. I'm still struggling with the mental health aspect of changing my lifestyle. I don't know, I might sign up. I might sign up to like some kind of actual diet center here, like for diabetics. I'm just looking into my options.
It's really weird that she's doing the absolute worst job at handling this, while also making it as complicated as possible. Go to the doctor. Follow whatever they tell you. Communicate with them if you're having bad symptoms of anything. Eat less junk. Exercise more. It sucks and it will take a ton of dedication and an entire lifestyle change, but what she's doing is only prolonging the inevitable. Get some therapy and go to the doctor, Chantal. You're going to die. See you later, little gherkins.
Pathetic. She's so fat, she's so gross, she will never find love. Pathetic. The only one who can love this woman is the good Lord.